A massive underground criminal world with high highs and low lows. What made the massive difference between making it and breaking it in the mafia world? To answer this question, we are going to be looking at two massive mafia bosses, Dutch Shultz and Lucky Luciano. In this video, we are going to be analyzing what they did that set them apart so massively. First off, we're going to start with a similarity. And one similarity was that these men were both mentored by the same man, Arnold Rothstein. Now, even though these guys were mentored by the same man, these guys grew up to have completely different methods, which shaped the rest of their careers forever. One thing that separated them very much was their methods. Dutch Shultz was very hot-headed and resorted to violence extremely often. Kind of like FouseyTube kicking off on his latest live stream, man. You could not tell what he was about to do next. Meanwhile, Lucky Luciano always tried to play strategic. He liked to get along with people and only resorted to violence when he had to. This is because Luciano wanted to move away from the mob's violent past and turn it into more of a sustainable business. Not only that, but what Dutch Shultz didn't realize was that the more violence and brutality you commit, the more that police are going to be focusing in on your presence. This fact would later come back to bite him. Another aspect where they differed significantly was how they recruited their men. Dutch Shultz just picked people based off of loyalty and if he knew them in the past. Meanwhile, Luciano recruited based off of talent rather than relationship. And speaking of relationships, Johnny Depp has come out with a new book titled I Survived Amber Heard, a book about surviving manipulation, chaos, and abuse. Only $69.99 on the TikTok shop. Now, another difference between Shultz and Luciano was Shultz's inability to branch out early. Shultz only diverged into other businesses when he needed to. Meanwhile, Lucky Luciano diverged into other businesses as soon as he possibly could. This left Luciano with more options and more income. Alex Jones, how does this make you feel?
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Alex. Now moving on. And another difference between Luciano and Dutch Shultz is... Yellow? Alright, I'll let him know. Alright guys, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Breathe in. Exhale. The brand new mixed cigs, bringing in a whole new level of class. Because when life gives you Newports, you head to McDonald's for a quarter pounder with extra cheese. I'm loving it. Now, another difference between Shultz and Luciano was how they split their profits. Shultz kept most of the bread he made to himself instead of splitting it with his associates. This meant that his associates had pockets thinner than Lizzo's underwear. Meanwhile, for Luciano, he made sure that all of his associates were paid very handsomely. This allowed for a rapid expansion of his business. And speaking of business, here are some new Israel versus Palestine t-shirts. Only $4.20 on the TikTok shop. And obviously, all this had the effect of Luciano becoming much more successful than Dutch Shultz.